Hey, I know normally that I do a channeled message and pull some cards, but this is going to be one of my direct messages from Spirit because Spirit was in action this morning and I wanted to let you know kind of what I learned, and hopefully this message helps you. So I have gotten myself to a point where I'm living my external life really mirrors my internal life. Like I finally feel like my life is as I want it. And I have a lot of free time and a lot of time to do things that I love and enjoy. And one of those things is horseback riding, training horses. So I used to have stories and beliefs that were like, you have to work during the day and you can only fit riding in like on the weekends or when you don't have your kids or whatever. But I have worked for years about like, why is that the story? Why is that true? Why can't you just ride every morning in the morning? Or like, why can't you make your schedule? Are you causing those limitations or is that true? And so I've learned to incorporate a whole lot of things and make my life look like I want it to, and realize I didn't really sacrifice anything, and those were just silly stories that I had. But sometimes these fears or these old patterns or these nervous system stories that I've told myself or believed over the years or needed to keep myself safe over the years still creep in. So this morning I went to ride, and I just felt these feelings of like insecurity, and they are, for me, one of my patterns is that my value comes from productivity. My value comes from work. So I feel good because it helps my nervous system regulate if I wake up and I clean up and I balance my budget and I get my work done. So for me, like getting work done makes me feel safe, makes me feel valuable, makes me feel worthy. So I've had to do a lot of work on like, well, what if you just be? What if you don't need to do those things, right? And I'm trust me, most of the time I'm cool with that. But sometimes those old patterns and stories and insecurities and fears creep in. So I was like at the barn getting the horse out, and I was racking my brain with like feeling insecure about feeling like I should have done work this morning instead of riding. And I don't know if you can relate, but when Spirit asks us to like work in more fun, work in things that are enjoyable for us, for me, I have had to like work at working in fun, and then I've had to even pretend I was having fun while I was doing it because the whole time I was thinking I didn't deserve it, or I needed to be somewhere else, and or I needed to be with my kids, or I needed to be. So just having fun, a lot of us have issues with, do I deserve this? Is this allowed? Am I allowed to feel joy? Is too much fun, negative, and should we feel guilty about that? I don't know if you can relate. Please tell me in the comments if you have some of these hangups. But just like living a life that is fun and doing fun things. In my house growing up, it was very like fun comes after work, and what are you going to do? Just have fun all day? Like, what are you doing with your life? Like, I had a lot of toxic masculinity traits from my mother that really made me feel like play is only after a shit ton of work, and even when you get to the play, you should feel like a piece of shit and be thinking about the work that you got to do next. So anyway, that's my baggage. And I was there getting the horse ready, and these thoughts of like, you should be working right now, and maybe you're not doing a good job with some of your contracts or with your boss or whatever. And it really went like, I spiraled a little bit like, well, what have I done? And what haven't I done? And what should I be doing? And it was totally sucking the fun out of riding, right? Being present with the horses. And I said to Spirit, like, what is the deal with this? Why am I like why do I feel so insecure? So the first thing I checked was, is this something I need to know? Because sometimes something could be brewing under the surface that Spirit's trying to let you know. So I said, is this something that like I need to worry about? And Spirit said, no, like, that you are great. You're present. You're a hard worker. You show up like you're proud of your work, and you know you do enough. So no, it's nothing that you need to worry about. These are old patterns that are coming forward. And then I said, well, why are they coming forward right now? Why can't I just enjoy riding? Why can't I be happy in this new timeline? Be happy in this space that I have created for myself? And Spirit says, well, you're just working through it, right? So let me just tell you that I have a bunch of times in my life thought, if I just get this house, this career, this time off, this, blah, 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 then I would be happy. And then I get the house or the career or the time off or the flexibility in my schedule. And guess who comes with me? Me. So I just bring all of my own constraints to all of those situations. So just never think that if you had this scenario, everything would be gravy, because I have I could not write up my life more beautifully than it is right this moment. And I still go riding and am worried about shit. So Spirit just said, this is something you're working through. So I said, okay. And sometimes how I work through things is you're still doing it, right? It's a big deal to not leave the barn and come home and get work done, right? Because I used to neglect myself and just do work and then sit there and be resentful. So now, at least just staying at the barn and living through it and continuing to have fun, like a lot of times in the beginning, that's what we need to do. We need to just like commit to the thing that's outside of our comfort zone to show us you are still safe, you are going to be fine. So Spirit said you need to work through it. So I said, okay, cool. Continued on with my training session. So I'm training this big 18-hand, warm blood, whatever. But he's a big guy, and he gets scared sometimes, and he can be like a bully because he's so big. So I start bringing him out, and I notice this is going to be a rough day for him. He is spooking at everything, and I kind of just decided, there was a time recently that he was like that, and I had kind of just said, listen, there's too much going on here today. I'm not going to make anybody unsafe, so I'm just going to put you away. But today I was like, listen, bud, we ain't doing this. Like, I'm not coming up here and to let you get away with, oh, I'm so scared that I can't work. So I run him through the motions. I get on his back. He starts he's just like looking at everything, and everything was a perfect scenario. There was somebody dealing with some scary tarp over here, somebody with an umbrella over here. The weed whacker guy came near, all things that horses, especially a spooky one, is going to be like, So he starts showing his ass, and, he's bucking and he's taking off and he's doing all this shit. And I had already decided, like, listen, I don't care what you throw at me today. We're doing this. So I'm riding him through all this stuff, and I'm riding him harder. I'm like, let's gallop it out. If you want to take off, let's take off. If you want to buck, let's freaking buck. Let's go. And while I'm riding him and managing him and all of this, I say to him, buddy, you can be scared, but it's only going to make things harder for you. You can be scared, but you're going to work more. And it wasn't a punishment. I wasn't like, oh, if you spook at that, I'm going to make you work. No, it was like, you're working harder. You're choosing to buck over here and gallop over here, and I'm needing to like ride it out of you. So this is all on you. You can come out here and be calm and say la vie, and we can have a beautiful ride, and I can give you a pat and some treats and some kisses, and you can go back to your pasture, or you can do all this stupid shit. It doesn't matter to me. I'm still getting a ride, but you are going to work harder. And Spirit was like, bing, like the second I said it out loud to him, this horse's name is Elvis, by the way. The second I said it out loud to Elvis, Spirit said, that's your lesson. Rebecca, you can be scared, but you're just going to work a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder. You can go through life worried that you're not working enough, or that you're not enough, or that you haven't done enough, or you haven't proved yourself enough, but it's just not going to be that much fun. So you choose. You can come out here today and choose to just know whatever you are is enough, and whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And you can love riding your horses. You can train them and be in your zone that you begged us to be in and love it. Or you can come out here and the whole time feel like you don't deserve it. Feel like you should hurry up. Feel like you might lose your work or your job or your money. You choose. It doesn't really matter, Spirit's saying. But one's not fun. One is old patterning. One is more work. And one is free and fun and lovely. And neither one is going to change like your outcome. So choose light, flowy, fun. So me telling that horse, like, listen, y'all, you can be scared, but it's just going to be more work for you. Was Spirit saying, listen, there's no punishment for you having these thoughts, these beliefs, these deep-seated nervous system wounds that you have. We do not fault you for it. I don't fault Elvis for spooking at things that naturally horses spook at. But if you are going to be the type of horse, the type of person that's so wrapped up in fear, in lack, in what ifs, in old patterning, then it's just not going to be as fun for you. So I was like, okay, amazing. Thank you, Spirit. So the next horse I get out, I usually ride a couple, is falling asleep on me. He's so like laid back. He's just like calm. We go out. When it's time to work, he works. We have a beautiful ride. I put him back in his pasture. He's happy. And it was just the difference between the two horses. One made it super hard for himself and one made it super easy and fun for himself. He literally couldn't care that he was being asked to ride until I was on him and asking him to go forward, and he did it. But there were no worries. He wasn't looking around. He just did what he was supposed to do. He just showed up. He was his full self. And that horse's name is Winnie. So Spirit was like, be like Winnie, okay? Chill. Relax. Have fun. When it's time to graze and eat grass and play with your friends, play with your friends. When it's time to work, you go to work like Winnie did. But then he got hosed off. He got put back out. Like, it's all fine. He's not worried about it. Unlike Elvis, who's always worried about things. And he makes his life harder for himself. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that message. I hope it helps. Anytime that you feel your old patterns, your old wounding, your old belief systems, things creeping in, fear creeping in, the truth is you are allowed to be scared. Don't think that Spirit is sitting there going like, oh, they should be over this. We gave them everything they wanted and they're not over this. No. Spirit's saying, that's fine, honey, but we gave you everything you wanted. And now you're coming out here bringing that stanky bullshit. Okay? And we are just excited for you to have fun. So do it. Try not to worry about it. Do the thing and then see. Did it work? And do it over and over and over and over and over again. The fun thing, the different thing, the thing that you asked for. Do it over and over and over again, even scared, even nervous, even until you realize, oh, I don't have to worry about that thing anymore. I hope this helps. I was just like, yes, Spirit, thank you. Oh, and the other thing is if I had stayed home and just done my work, I would be tending to the nervous system part of me that says, you need to do this to be valuable. And I would have gotten my little dopamine hit. I'm so responsible and whatever, and felt good about myself and my ego, but I wouldn't have had fun. It would have been something that I would have resented later. Okay? I would not have had the opportunity for Spirit to show me a piece of my shadow that still needs work. And I would not have had the opportunity for Spirit to use the horses to show me exactly what I needed to know in that moment. And the wisdom came out of my own mouth. I said it to Elvis. I said, listen, bud, you can be scared or you cannot. It doesn't matter to me, but your life's just going to be harder for you. And I was like, oh, I'm talking to me. Thank you, Spirit. I hope this helps. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. I will be back with my daily messages.